Why does a Montessori classroom look totally different when compared to traditional classroom? Why are children free to move, choose their activities and work independently? In this video, I am going to talk about what is Montessori education, why Montessori education system is very effective and does it really work? Before even I jump into what is Montessori and all that, 50 years back in India, there was no concept of a preschool. The reason was those days, mostly it was a joint family, and in a joint family there are many children, so the community within the joint family used to take care of the children, and there was no need for a parent to send the child to a school. Later, as industrial revolution started, the family started becoming nuclear. The child didn't had anywhere to go. There was no social interaction for the child. So that is how the demand for preschool started growing. But you all may be surprised that even before all this started, about 100 years back, a lady doctor from Italy, Maria Montessori, developed a complete education system for educating small children between 2 to 6 years. Now, before even I explain about Maria Montessori and her method of education, let's look at how a child evolves. Let's understand how the child's development happens over a period of time. If you look at when a child is born, the child doesn't have any capabilities. Child only knows how to drink milk and how to sleep. As the age progresses, the child will start learning various skills. And for your information, 80% of the child's brain gets developed by age 6 years. That means all the capabilities a human can have is all developed by age 6 years. Whatever we are today, whatever our characteristics, our behavior, attitude, all these are because of what we are or what is the kind of exposure we have got between 0 to 6 years. That means whatever the exposure we can give to a child, the positive exposure in terms of the environment, in terms of the learning opportunities, in terms of development opportunities between 0 to 6 years is what makes a child grow. If you put the child in an environment where there is a lot of negativity, the child will get all those negative skills or those negative attitude. So it is very important that between 0 to 6 years, we make the child exposed to various positive environments and positive situations wherein the child will understand or child will learn different concepts in a very systematic way. Now, 50 years back, a lot of preschools emerged. A lot of schools started implementing kindergarten methods. Different types of learning methods were adopted. But majoritarily, if you look at most of the schools used to follow the same type of teaching what is being followed in our regular schooling. That is from first standard onwards, the regular method of education was followed. Now, what is regular method of education? Typically, you make the children sit in a classroom on a desk. Teacher comes to the classroom, uses a whiteboard or a blackboard, teach a concept. In this method of teaching, a child is only listening to what the teacher is telling. Okay, there is no active learning that is happening. Child is only listening to the teacher, what teacher is telling. The issue in this method of education is, the research says that only 5 to 10% of the what teacher is telling is the child is understanding. That means 90% of the learning doesn't happen. Only 10% learning is happening. Then how do the children learn? Mostly the children are made to write a test or an exam. Now, what is a test? What is an exam? It is nothing but evaluation of one's memory power. If a child is good at memorizing, child is able to write the exam. If a child is not good at memorizing the concept, then the child will find it difficult to write in the exam. Now, is this the real way to test whether child has got the knowledge? What is the best way to teach a child? Now, let's look at a practical example of how we learn certain skills. For example, when you are small, you learned a cycling. Now, initially when your father or your brother or a sister taught you how to ride a cycle, you are very careful. Maybe your father or somebody is holding the cycle and making you to practice. As you start practicing, you will start pedaling for yourself, you will start balancing you. Now, in the process, you may also fall, right? Now, in this process of trial and error and practicing, a child will actually learn how to do the cycling. Now, the same thing, if you make a child sit in the classroom, show a PowerPoint presentation or a video of how to ride a cycle, do you think a child will learn? Absolutely no. Child will not learn the cycling. The child will only get the concept, but the child will never learn how to ride a cycle. Now, what does this mean? It means that only when you make a child learn practically, only then child will be able to understand or learn that particular skill. Here is where Montessori method comes into picture. Some of the philosophies or principles of Montessori method of education is to give freedom to the child. Now, this is one of the most important principles or philosophies of Montessori method of education. Now, what is freedom? Child can choose the work. Child can choose what he or she wants to learn. In a normal education system, the concept is we make children sit in a classroom. Teacher comes to the classroom and teaches one concept to all the children. Whereas in the Montessori method, the child is given a freedom to choose the activity, and through which the child will understand and learn the concept. The next principle is something called as a prepared environment. So what is prepared environment? Prepared environment is nothing but a classroom where all the materials are stored. These materials are child friendly. The materials are stored in a shelf which is easily accessible to the child. Then a prepared environment also has another very important element that is called as a trained adult. So when I say trained adult, a teacher who is trained in Montessori method of education. Now this constitutes prepared environment. The next principle is mixed age classroom. Now what is mixed age classroom? In one classroom, in one environment, there are children of different age group. Normally in a traditional school, in one classroom, there are children of same age group sitting together and teacher is teaching from a whiteboard or a blackboard. In a Montessori environment, a mixed age classroom is a very beautiful way of introducing various concepts. In a mixed age classroom, children of various age groups, say for example, a child of 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, all these mixed age children are sitting in one classroom doing various activities appropriate to their age. That means what? Each child is learning various activities and concepts according to his age. Now, what is the advantage of this? Each child is observing another child, seeing what the other child is doing, and in the process of observation, 20 to 30% learning happens. The next principle is freedom to choose. A child has got the freedom to choose the activity what he wants to do. That means the interest for learning is from a child side. That means the responsibility to learn is of a child. In a traditional method, child is forced to learn, and whether the child is interested or not, the child has to listen. There is no option, there is no choice. So that is the reason we say follow the child. And what is follow the child? Whatever child is interested, you provide, you give that opportunity for the child to learn. So these are some of the principles of Montessori method. In a Montessori environment, there are 5 areas of learning that happens. One is practical life activities. Second is sensorial activities, mathematics, language, and cultural science. Now, what is practical life activities? Practical life activities is nothing but whatever activities we do in our day-to-day life. For example, we clean the house, we do a self-care. The second activity in the practical life activities, caring of the environment and caring of the others. So these are all activities constitutes part of the practical life activities. I want to tell you one thing, Montessori method is the only method where the child is introduced with all these practical activities in a school. It is very important we expose the child to do all the practical activities, the life skills activities on a regular basis. It should become part of a child's activities. The second area of learning is sensorial. And a human has got 5 senses. In the Montessori method, there are various activities and materials which will enhance these 5 senses. Visual sense, kinesthetic sense, auditory sense, and so on and so forth. The next area of learning is maths. Maths is a basic skill needed for any human being. Without maths, a human being cannot exist. So in Montessori, there are specific Montessori materials to introduce basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, basic counting to advanced concepts like algebra and various geometrical theorems. The next area of learning is language. Language is a basis for everything in our world. So in Montessori, we have various materials through which child will learn reading, speaking, writing, and vocabulary building. And the next area of learning is cultural science, which includes geography, social science, physics, chemistry, and various other areas. So these are the 5 areas of learning where in Montessori we focus. Apart from this, there are other areas of learning like art, music, drawing, painting, and singing. So these are the other areas which are also part of the Montessori method. Montessori is not just a set of materials. It is a way of understanding children, respecting their development, and creating an environment where children can learn on their own, be independent, become confident, and lifelong learners. Have you visited a Montessori school? If yes, share your experience, share your observation through the comments.